Vusi Khekhe Mathibela, also known as the #1 Tsotsi, is a prominent figure in South Africa's taxi industry, particularly in Mamelodi, Pretoria. Born in Johannesburg, Mathibela dropped out of high school to become a taxi driver and eventually rose through the ranks to become a taxi boss. In October 2015, Northwest businessman Wandile Bozwana was murdered in a drive-by shooting at the Gasfontein off-ramp on the N1 highway in Pretoria. Mathibela, along with 3 accomplices, Saifo Patrick Hadla, Robert Mutopa, and Bonginkosi Paul Kumalo, was implicated in Bozwana's assassination. In January 2024, the Pretoria High Court sentenced each of them to 30 years in prison for their roles in the murder. Beyond the Bozwana case, Mathibela faced multiple allegations of extortion, intimidation, and assault within the Mamelodi community. He was accused of running a protection racket, forcing taxi owners to pay weekly fees and shop owners to pay monthly fees. However, in May 2020, these specific charges were withdrawn in the Pretoria Magistrates Court. Despite his criminal activities, Mathibela's family portrays him as a good person and an excellent family man who would never resort to violence. However, his conviction and sentencing paint a contrasting picture of a man deeply involved in organized crime. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of these videos. Vusi Khekhe Mathibela is originally from Mamelodi, a township located east of Pretoria in Gauteng, South Africa. Mamelodi is known for its vibrant culture, but it also has a history of socio-economic challenges, including high crime rates and gang activity. This environment likely influenced Mathibela's rise within the taxi industry and his eventual reputation as a feared and powerful figure. Despite being linked to various criminal activities, including allegations of extortion and organized crime, Mathibela's background and early life details are less publicly discussed. He gained notoriety as a taxi boss and allegedly operated a protection racket in Mamelodi, targeting both taxi operators and local businesses. His operations extended beyond Mamelodi, impacting other regions within Pretoria and possibly beyond. Vusi Khekhe Mathibela, rise in the taxi industry and criminal allegations. Early life and entry into the taxi industry. Vusi Mathibela, commonly known as Khekhe, grew up in Mamelodi, east of Pretoria, Gauteng. The township's challenging socio-economic environment, marked by unemployment and crime, may have influenced his trajectory. Though little is documented about his early years, Mathibela started working as a taxi driver after dropping out of school. His early exposure to the highly competitive and often violent taxi industry laid the foundation for his rise to power. Becoming a taxi boss. Mathibela became a key figure in Mamelodi's taxi associations, where he climbed the ranks and established himself as a taxi boss, overseeing routes and operations in the Pretoria region. The taxi industry in South Africa is notorious for its unregulated competition, which often leads to violent conflicts over control of lucrative routes. Mathibela reportedly wielded significant influence, earning him the nickname #1 Tsotsi, slang for top gangster. Alleged protection racket. As his power grew, Mathibela was accused of running a protection racket in Mamelodi and surrounding areas. Taxi operators, Mathibela allegedly demanded weekly payments from taxi operators, claiming these fees were for protection. Those who refused were reportedly threatened with violence or faced attacks. Local businesses, it was alleged that Mathibela's network also extorted shop owners, forcing them to pay monthly fees under the guise of safeguarding their businesses. These operations gave him control over both the taxi industry and parts of the local economy, cementing his status as one of Mamelodi's most feared and influential figures. Criminal allegations and charges. Mathibela's criminal activities extended beyond extortion. He was implicated in several high-profile cases, including the murder of Wandile Bozwana, 2015. Mathibela, along with 3 accomplices, was charged with orchestrating the murder of Wandile Bozwana, a prominent Northwest businessman. Bozwana was gunned down in a drive-by shooting on the N1 highway in Pretoria. Investigations revealed that Mathibela may have viewed Bozwana as a threat to his operations or influence. In 2024, Mathibela was convicted and sentenced to 30 years in prison for his role in the assassination. Extortion and intimidation, 2018 to 2020. In 2019, Mathibela faced charges related to extortion, intimidation, and assault, which he allegedly committed while running his protection racket in Mamelodi. Despite evidence and community outcry, these charges were later withdrawn in 2020, reportedly due to insufficient evidence or procedural issues. His reputation in Mamelodi. Mathibela's reputation is polarizing. To some, He was a powerful and respected figure who provided structure in the chaotic taxi industry. To others, he was a violent and manipulative criminal who exploited his community for personal gain. His family and supporters have described him as a good man who was misunderstood, but many in Mamelodi lived in fear of him and his operations. Legacy and current status. After his conviction for Bozwana's murder, Mathibela's influence in the taxi industry has diminished, though his legacy still looms large in Mamelodi. He remains a figure of both fascination and fear, embodying the challenges and complexities of South Africa's taxi industry. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.